Steph Curry, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green are going to get most of the shine, rightfully so, but two role players that have stepped up big time in this Houston series as of late have been Brandon Podziemski and Buddy Hield. Let's start out with Brandon. He's shooting 37.6% from three on 6.8 attempts per game. He's been the Warriors' third leading scorer behind Jimmy and Steph, 12.5 points per game. But in reality, he's averaging more in my eyes. In game two, his only real stinker, he was battling the stomach bug. He only played 14 minutes and looked like a shell of himself. That was their only loss, of course. And in the three wins, he's averaging 16.6 points per game. And according to PivotFade.com, during the playoffs so far in 122 minutes, the Warriors have a plus 11.3 net rating with him on the court. They have won his minutes by 26 points. Meanwhile, in the 70 minutes without him, the Warriors dropped down to a negative 9.5 net rating. And the reason he works so well is he understands the Warriors system. He doesn't try to force the issue. He plays his role perfectly. He's a great passer. Most importantly, his shots have been falling as well from distance. But also, his defense is a key ingredient. 102, 101 in the guts of the game. He locks up Fred VanVleet, who was hot all night long, keeping him in front, forcing him off the three-point line, forcing him to switch directions, and then completing the play by getting the block on his floater attempt. He knows where to be, knows where to rotate, and competes hard every possession. He's constantly gathering offensive rebounds for the Warriors just off pure hustle. It's always nice that every now and again he can also create a shot for himself, make a tough shot off the bounce. It doesn't happen very often, but it's crucial because those makes are gut punches. Houston in their head is like, we did what we were supposed to do. We forced the ball out of Curry and Butler's hand, but it still results in a bucket. It's simple. When he's on his game offensively, the Warriors are nearly impossible to beat. Now let's go to Buddy Hield. This one is very surprising to me considering for the last half of the season, all I have seen is Warrior fans complaining about Buddy. I think the lack of offense from Houston opened up the opportunity for him to stay on the court. He tends to struggle defensively, but with the Rockets, they have so many offensive liabilities. They got so many non-shooters. If he's locked in, he can find a role defensively, and he has, and he's been hiding out there, and his shooting has been there as well. Game 3, he had 17 points, 5 3-pointers, 3 steals. Then yesterday, 15 points, 3 threes, and 2 steals. He also had one of the clutchest shots in the game. Under 4 minutes, down by 2, he catches early in the shot clock, goes right into a step back. I mean, that's a shot where if he misses, everybody is like, what on earth are you doing? Why are you shooting that so early in the shot clock? You kind of have to make that. I respect the confidence so much, and it was one of the biggest makes in yesterday's victory. And back on PivotFade.com, it turns out in 91 minutes, the Warriors are winning his minutes by 31 points, plus 14.1 net rating. The Warriors have a 105.3 defensive rating with Buddy Hield in this series. Statistically, they are worse defensively with him on the bench so far versus the Rockets. Who would have thought? But you guys know what they say. It's all about matchups, and clearly, this seems to be a very good Buddy Hield matchup for him. But overall, I must shout out Steve Kerr because Buddy started out this series with 2 subpar games. You can even make the case that they were bad games. Nobody would have blamed him for cutting him out of the rotation. But all of a sudden in game 4, he finds himself in the starting lineup. And that brings me to the whole point of this video, the whole point of the title. Steve Kerr found a lineup that dominated yesterday. 15 minutes for Steph, Podziemski, Buddy Hield, Jimmy Butler, and Draymond Green in a 3-point game. That lineup won their minutes by 24 points, plus 91.6 net rating. That's the game right there. And then in game 2, the game without Jimmy Butler, insert Quinton Post in that spot instead of injured Jimmy. Same result, 7 minutes in game 2. They closed the second quarter and won their minutes by 9 points. I think Steve Kerr saw that group flourish and was like, well, if that's working with Quinton Post, there's no reason why this wouldn't work with Jimmy Butler, and I think that's why you saw Buddy Hield inserted into the lineup, the starting lineup for Game 4. But for real, Steve Kerr has been coaching his booty cheeks off this series. He deserves a ton of credit in my opinion. That's all I got. Let me know your thoughts below. Leave a like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.